So, I've been playing Mortal Kombat with these guys, and they had air temp probes. I put coil temp probes in. It worked, and then it didn't work. And then we had a broken service port and a leak, and so I fixed that. And so now it works, and now it doesn't. But I want to note, you saw the coil is all iced up. We are not set to cool right now. My temperature setting is like 40, and yet my condenser's running. That contact is no bueno. Alright, also I was talking about this the other day, so I'll show you because I'm setting up one here. Don't mind the upper. This is actually the hub. So via the Mocreo, right? So Mocreo's who makes this. So this is plugged in and it's on their Wi-Fi now. So it's communicating with these two wireless probes. So I've got one probe in this on the inside, and then it broadcasts to my phone because it's online. So I changed this unit out, okay? And that's how it's supposed to be. My cooling circuit is indeed, we shut down. My cooling circuit is indeed open, even when powered off. So that relay's failed closed, which is why the unit was running away. Boom. So I'm gonna stash this up there. They're not gonna mess with it, and then I'm gonna be able to monitor remotely. What's also, it's funny, just as a point of conversation, education. So my coil temp is still 30 degrees. And I've only got one in that, but so even though the ice looks melted from the outside, it's not. So we're gonna leave this, I think I got it set for like 50. We're just gonna leave it, we're gonna let these fans churn and burn, melt the ice, and then once we know our ice is completely gone, the coil is in the 40s, then we'll fire it up to pressures and make sure we're operating properly. Alright, I'm popping evaporator covers just because I'm going to run out of time here before they need to fire up the kitchen and have everybody out of the way. This is irrelevant anymore, it doesn't matter, but you know, they're both going to be somewhere. I just wanted to check because it's a 10 amp, it's only a 10 amp relay on these controllers. Should be good. Alright, so that screenshot was from right now at about 12:30. I was there at about 9:30. No, I think it was more like 10:30 when I left. But this is what I love about the monitoring system. I'll put a link to it. It's it's cheap. It's like 50 or 60 bucks on Amazon. It has 2 separate probes. This is what you need it for. So you can see that I'm hanging out really at 38 degrees. I'm not getting any colder than that. Now my coil's not freezing. I'm satisfying at 18 currently, and then it warms back up to 38, and then 18, 38, 18, 38. It's also in use, so that's, you know, an impact. We really want to monitor and see what it does overnight. But clearly I have to push that set point down. So what I mean by that is right now I'm running 18 with a 20 degree differential. So my coil freezes down to 18, at which point there's ice. Then it satisfies and stops cooling, and the evaporator fans blow the air in the box, which is, like, again, in this case, 40 degrees right now. It blows it over that 18 degrees. The two come towards each other, and you want to find as close to 33 degrees as possible as the neutral point, as the middle ground, so that the product doesn't freeze, the box itself doesn't freeze. But then your differential comes up to 38, and then at 38 there's clearly no ice. Boom, she fires up. Impossible to have a coil that freezes up if you do it that way. Impossible. Which is why when they texted me yesterday and said this unit's frozen up, I'm like, not possible. If you leave the doors hanging wide open and the box is 70 degrees, it doesn't matter. My coil is going to become a block of ice. It's going to hit 18 degrees and it's going to shut down. We need to push 18 to 14. You don't want to push it too low, and you've also got to stay there when you make the adjustment, because you got to make sure it can hit it. You know, well, why not just push it to 10? Well, what if the coil can't get to 10? Units can only do what units can do. So we push it down to 14, then our coil gets colder, slightly more frozen, which means more time with the ice blowing over the air once it drops out, and we should be able to move that 38 down to 35, right? Which would be ideal. I want to hold that box at 34 degrees. So from a box perspective, 34, 38, 34, 38. It's about finding the bottom coil number that matches the bottom box temp that you want, which you can't judge during used times when they're in and out of the cabinets. You can't. So that's that. Hopefully at 12:40 on a Saturday, I'm done. Hopefully. And hopefully you guys can have a weekend. See ya.